TIFU I broke a bone and wound up preg. I was wrong. My ex-BF, best friend, and I have a weird relationship. We still bang and hang out a lot. He knows I am still in love with him yet doesn't pursue me. It's a complicated situation where I have a kid from a dead ex and he wants to raise his own kids, not someone else's. We are almost at the 2-year mark of our friendship, not relationship. So I was over at his house last week and we had a couple drinks. Kid was babysat as he doesn't want her there, which is good since we drank. Well, I got a bit too drunk and decided to break my foot on a wall. I went to the doctor and the standard questions began. Obviously I needed an X-ray, so they asked if I could be pregnant. I said probably not since my period isn't due for 5 days, and they proceeded with a test even though I informed them I was on birth control. Fun story: birth control sucks. Lo and behold, I am pregnant. So not only is my foot broken after the doctor looked at it, but now I am also preggo. So yeah. Oh, fun story. He also is absolutely against having a kid with me and will demand I have an abortion. Which I don't even know what I want at this point, so I haven't told him. I had to exclude a lot of details because we both like Reddit and both happen to be at the same job. TLDR. I broke a bone at an ex's house and found out I was pregnant. And can we just laugh for a sec about Op saying she left out specifics because they are both on Reddit? I have a kid from a dead ex. My current ex doesn't want to raise her. We just screw. I broke my foot while drinking with him and we work together. A blind person would recognize themselves. You are a bang buddy, and he hates your kid. Why are you doing this to yourself and your child? I'm sorry, love. I'm going to say something you won't want to hear. This guy is not your best friend. He knows you're in love with him and is willing to take advantage of that to get sex. But his affection doesn't extend far enough to be in a real relationship with you or spend time with your child. I would never make my best friend feel like she wasn't enough and her children are family to me. If he really cared for you, he would have put boundaries in place to stop you from getting hurt. Don't let him pressure you into getting an abortion. But you can't make him be involved either. So consider your options very carefully. But on the assumption that he will not have any involvement or responsibility. Whatever you decide, please know that you deserve better. There is someone out there who would appreciate everything about you and accept your child. WTF, this dude is not your best friend. He doesn't even want to see your kid and makes you send it away while interacting with him. The fact that you think some guy wanting you for literally just sex is some form of friendship is just sad. He clearly doesn't want a relationship with you, and he clearly doesn't want to have any part of your life involved in your friendship, not relationship, besides the sex. He's just a hookup, not a friend. You need to get some actual friends. Can I ask that you please never push your daughter aside for a man? Especially since you're pregnant by one who doesn't seem to want her around. I see so many horror stories about children who are emotionally abandoned and forgotten about because of situations like this. Can you please remember your daughter comes before any man? And that your next child is equal and love them both as much? That guy doesn't seem like a very nice guy, let alone a best friend. Don't let that unborn baby have a miserable life with immature parents. This is a terribly toxic relationship where he is using you and you are allowing it. I don't know of any best friend who insists their friend can't have their kid around. You're worth more than you're being treated. He didn't take you to the hospital? Sorry you're in this situation. No wonder you wanted to get it off your chest. You should probably be prepared to tell him, because I think he's likely to find out if he likes this subreddit. You described what's probably a more unique situation. Guy in his early 30s. Recently moved out of his parents' house. Previously started a relationship with someone from his job who happened to be widow with a kid. Around 2 years after her husband passed away. My condolences. Told his then girlfriend he doesn't want to raise her dead husband's kid. Tells his now ex-girlfriend, current best friend, that her kid isn't welcome in his home. 2 years after breaking up, he still regularly hangs out and have sex with his ex-girlfriend, knowing she's as in love with him while he doesn't return the feelings. He's totally against having kids with said ex-girlfriend, but continues to see and have sex with her, provided her kid doesn't ever come around. He got drunk somewhat recently with his ex-girlfriend and she broke her foot at his place. Are you sure he's not going to figure out who you are? That said, take a look at your situation. Is this where you want to be? Is this what you think you and your child deserve? Is he really a friend to you? I'll be honest and say it sounds like you are just sex partners with your ex-boyfriend and now you're pregnant. I know you said you left out a lot of details, but best friends typically welcome their friends' kids, not require that the kids stay away. I think we know what your ex wants from you. Do you have better friends you can lean on for support and help you figure out your next steps? This is some trash creative writing. Why is this person your best friend? Leaving everything else aside, he barely even likes you. Hot damn. Maybe don't have a baby with the man who doesn't want one with you. Wouldn't do either of you any good, so I don't understand how there's any pause or thinking needing on this. Girl, you foo more than just breaking a bone and winding up pregnant. Make better life decisions, especially in regards to the people that care for you. Do it for yourself and your child. Ren. While it's obvious to everyone that this is a broken relationship which won't go anywhere for either of you, I feel sorry for your firstborn and hope you will wake up and understand that this relationship won't go anywhere. And if it will go somewhere, your child will be left in the background by that man and possibly by yourself, unintentionally, as you will always need to patch up that relationship all the time. And if he decides to have the kid with you, second child will always be his priority and your firstborn will feel and possibly be neglected. While most people do say that this man is a dick, I would also incline that way. However, he has been upfront with his feelings, and where will this future relationship lead? And it leads nowhere. You are just trying to beat the dead cat. But it won't come alive. It won't. Let it go and prioritize yourself and your current child first. If not, I feel sorry for your firstborn and yourself. I would call you out on being not a good mother. From the information available here, your ex-BF sounds like a bellend. Years ago I split with a GF and continued to sleep with her for a year or so, and thought it was all a bit of fun without realizing how much I was messing her head up, as she was still into me. I saw it as something casual. It took me until I was older to realize how damaging this is for someone's self-esteem. I really regret the way I treated her. Do yourself a favor and realize you are worth more than this guy. Also, so is your current child. You have responsibilities, and someone who isn't willing to love you and your child doesn't deserve your time. Yikes. This dude isn't even your friend, let alone best friend. He is using you for sex. I would terminate the pregnancy and stop talking to him. How the hell do you think you could raise a baby with a guy who hates your existing child? Are you serious? You aren't very smart. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. He is not your friend. You should not have been having sex with him. This guy doesn't even like you. He is bad for you. He is bad for your kid. You are just a convenient distraction for him. I knew a woman who married a man who was dead set on not having kids. He was very vocal about it when they first met and told her that he never wanted kids period, but he was open to getting married if she could accept that. Well, she told him she accepted it and went ahead and got off birth control and poked holes in the condoms. He stopped having sex with her after the second pregnancy. He was so cruel to her after that. She'd cry to me about how mean he was and how he emotionally and financially abused her. The only redeeming quality he had was he treated those kids like gold. I don't agree with him being abusive to her, but at what point did she think he would be okay with being tricked into being a father? It's like sticking your hand in a lion cage and being surprised you got bit. He won't divorce her because of the kids. She won't leave because she is crazy in love with him. So, moral of the story: this lion already treats you and your daughter poorly. Why do you believe he won't continue to bite you after walking into its cage?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.